This week, on The Rock, we take a look at green architecture in our new school. Next, we investigate future plans for a new pool. And finally, we learn about new mental health resources here at AHS. All that and more, this week on The Rock.
Welcome back to the Rocket Age, everyone. I'm Wayne Miller.
And I'm Mason Blackburn.
Hey Mason, did you bring a reusable water bottle to school today?
No, but I should have.
Yes, because it's better for the environment.
You know what else is good for the environment? Green architecture. Liam Poor and Amy Agagard bring us a new segment on environmental improvements in the new school.
As we settle into the new year, students are starting to notice many differences between the old and new school. Although one thing many might not have noticed is how environmentally beneficial the new school is.
We're looking at the heat recovery unit for the library space. There are a number of heat recovery units that like 90% of the energy is now captured and reused rather than thrown outside. We've stretched out the building to capture more natural daylight, and then the lighting system is on a lighting controls where if it senses that enough daylight is coming into a space, it'll turn the lights off in that zone. The building is highly insulated on the outside. It has what's called continuous insulation, which means it's like a blanket has been put on the outside that has no real connections to the outside for thermal conduction to occur, and it really increases the amount of heat that is retained in the building and not lost.
Green Club members Seville Feist and Hannah Gleason explain how Green Club and the students of AHS can do their part in the school and how the school has become more environmentally friendly.
Well, right now we're working on building rain gardens.
Yeah, and we're doing some work in the community trying to get rid of plastic straws and have them replaced with paper ones.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of all single-use plastics, which is cool.
Yeah, and we're working on getting that like instated in classrooms, like putting up signs and stuff that are like, you can't have one single-use plastics in here.
And we're also doing a bunch of road cleanups and trail cleanups and stuff like that, which is always good.
And trying to work on some like elementary outreach with like teaching them to get started.
We're making like
at a
coloring
young
books
age.
Eventually.
Yeah. And like the laptops at the school make it so there's a lot less paper, so that's really cool.
Eliminating waste, baby.
Exactly.
The thing in classrooms where you can't bring single-use plastics, that's gonna help a lot. Eliminate waste, hopefully.
And like this building is, all the classrooms are just right here, so it makes it a lot easier. The old one, when you went to go pick up the bins, you were in like so far over, and this is really easy because it's
much more efficient.
Although the new school has taken some getting used to, the environmental advantages will help us as well as the community. For The Rock at AHS, I'm Amy Agagard.
Wow, I'll definitely use a reusable water bottle now.
Speaking of water, did you hear about our new pool?
There's a new pool?
Well, no, but there's an initiative for one. Lily Rose Day and Liam Poor looked into it.
What do you think of our public pool, Anacortes? It's been a building that has housed many fond memories for us. Birthday parties, swim lessons, etc., etc. But with time, as all things tend to do, our pool has started to get worn down. There's problems with safety features, temperature, storage capacity, handicap accessibility, and more. But don't worry, there's been movements towards possibly building an entirely new pool, one that better accommodates its users. We went to the swim team and asked Sarah Kumar and Ellie Snowman what they thought about the matter.
I feel like it's a good thing for our community because right now there's a lot of people using the pool and I feel like there's not enough space for everyone.
There are definitely a lot of groups using the pool right now, and sometimes it doesn't have all the space that it needs. Like, there are 3 different high school teams that practice at this one pool.
And there's a lot of people on the club team, so it's like squishing a lot of people into only like 3 lanes, and it doesn't really work.
Sometimes it's like 8+ people per lane, which is a lot.
And then,
I mean, I'm not really the one paying taxes, but I feel like $28.4 million isn't actually that much to spend on a new pool. It sounds like a lot, but when you think about it, like an entirely new facility, I mean, you're building it, a new facility, but there's also, it's not just like digging a hole in the ground. There's a lot of filtration and a lot of things that go into upkeep to the pool and stuff. A new facility will last the the new community a long time, and it'll just be like, there'll be more space for future generations to come and use the pool.
There's a lot of new improvements happening around town.
School district has recently hired a new social worker for AHS in Capsani High School.
Oh yes, I heard about that. Mental health has become an increasingly important topic in our community. Jade Carter and Will McCracken bring us a segment on new resources for students.
So my role here as school social worker is to help students identify what might be getting in the way of school or academic success. Maybe someone struggling with mental health issues, depression or anxiety. Maybe a student has substance abuse issues. Maybe they are absent a lot of the time. Maybe they're struggling at home. Maybe they need a community resource need, like food or clothing or medical help or social security, those kinds of things. I'm just here to help students access those services and support you.
Engman is starting up a student-led mental health club called the Prevention Club, led by Maddie Hamblin and several other students.
So we are looking at starting a prevention club. We are looking at just opening up the dialogue, opening up the conversation around youth mental health in particular.
It's just a normal club, and we learn about mental health, and we learn about what strategies of dealing with struggling mental health help the most, and how we can obtain them, and how we can learn to use them every day with people that we may not know, seeing them in the hallway, how to identify whether someone is mentally struggling or not.
A lot of what we want to do as well is to help teach students how to help each other. We really want to reduce some of the stigma and negative stereotyping around depression, anxiety, mental illness, and help students just know how to respond with compassion.
Basically, it's almost like a little training program where people learn how to almost be a little student counselor, I guess you could say. Someone who can identify and help and prevent any sort of mental health issues. I wish people would understand that mental health is affected by every aspect in our lives, not only as students, but as children, as friends, as family. I wish people would understand, I wish people would know, I wish people would learn.
The Prevention Club will have an interest meeting on Tuesday, November 13th from 2:30 to 3 o'clock.
Eggman.
Yeah, go. The Prevention Club is meeting at 2:15 on the 13th. Melanie Engman is here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays if you need to talk to her.
She seems like a great person to talk to. If you want to learn more and get involved concerning mental health resources in the Broward community, tonight at 7 o'clock.
Well, that wraps up our show for today. If you have any suggestions or critiques, feel free to shoot us at an email at therock@asd103.org.
And with that, I'm Wayne Miller.
And I'm Mason Blackburn. And from our rock to yours, have a
great day,
AHS.